I watched Kiyoshi Kurosawa's Life of a Spy and really loved it as a cinematic experience. Kiyoshi Kurosawa is well known for his very artistic style, and I think with this work, that approach has come to a really wonderful fruition. The production design is superb. During the Second World War, in the run up to the Second World War, Japanese society went through really, difficult times, and the film depicts, captures the zeitgeist of that era through its wonderful production design of streets, uh, building interiors, and abandoned places, which I think is a hallmark of Kiyoshi Kurosawa film. And it was captured on 8K camera developed by NHK, Japan's national broadcaster. Because of the really superb technical abilities of these cameras, you can actually feel the entities and movements within the cinema screen on equal footing, and so you feel as if there are multitudes of vibrant things you know existing on the screen at the same time, which gives Wife of a Spy a really wonderful feeling when you watch it. The theme itself is historically a difficult and possibly a controversial one, and it'll be interesting to see how the film would be received in Japan, where facing up to the historical facts in the past has proved difficult among some people. So the film might actually stir up some controversies, but the main theme of the film is not historical, in my view. It's about human relationships. The main female character, played superbly by Yu Aoi, shows the capacity of that person to love, to trust, and take risks and go through difficult situations. The husband of the woman, played by Issei Takahashi, plays the role very well. A man of belief, a man who is not afraid to go through difficult situations in order to fulfill his intentions, and this interrogator who is representing the regime at the time, Masahiro Higashire. His actions are also superb, and you know his acting uh, gives a human touch to the often oppressive regime of the time. After all, everybody is a human, and the system is supported by the humans, and therefore it is all the more, you know, troublesome, I think. The interplay between these three persons is a main theme of the film, and it is done superbly. The scriptwriters did a really good job in conveying the really complicated and rich interactions between these three characters. And when it comes to human experience, every era is public and as well as private experience. War is a terrible thing, and it's something that is huge. It's larger than any of us, but when it comes to human experience, we experience it as individuals, and the difficulties of the time is depicted through the really intimate and complicated relations between the three main characters. Uh, One of the characteristics of Kiyoshi Kurosawa's cinematography, I think, is the relatively long shot, and in which the drama is played out continuously with subsidiary elements in on the screen. And in this masterpiece, I think Kiyoshi Kurosawa's art has come to a new dimension. He's capturing really multitudes of elements on the screen, and you feel the drama played out. You witness the drama played out on the screen as if it is happening at this moment, because after all, the reality of the world is more complex than these really simplistic ideas that we might have about drama. So his Kurosawa's approach to capture, often multiple uh, elements on the screen gives us a much needed feeling of the being in the here and now. After all, our cinema is about reliving another world in which we might find reflections of ourselves. And, Kurosawa has succeeded in doing that. The last time a Japanese filmmaker was awarded the Silver Lion was when the great Takeshi Kitano was awarded that prize for his Zatoichi. And the film did commercially really well. And so I hope, Kiyoshi Kurosawa has been really admired by cinema lovers, but I hope this prize will give this great director a much needed broader viewership. And I think it is time now that the general public would awaken to the really great art of cinema produced by this great director, Kiyoshi Kurosawa. That's all from me, right, for the moment. Let's watch good cinemas.